of it. Now, what I want to understand or clarify in this quote and this introduction is that it's all about the God of the Bible. It has nothing to do with a Muslim man, his viewpoint of who God is. The Hindus, the Hindu man, his view of God. The pagan man, his view of God. Any other person that is not in this category of worship or belief is not part of these, or might not see or view things in the same manner. So let's always have this at the back of our mind, that it is about the Bible and the God of the Bible. It might not necessarily mean the general God or a general God that because that has not been proven yet, that the words of the Bible really stands for the entire God or the nation or the sort of the entire heavens, the God that we look up to, who created everything and has got authority over all things. No, that has not been proven yet. So we can view it from the perspective that it has been presented, which is the Bible's perspective or the Christian perspective alone, which this is all about. So being trapped by the letter of the law, you have to be careful as you read through the letters or the pages, so you cannot get yourself locked up somewhere with some words, confusing words, and so one has to be careful about that. Now, in some sense, I think that also reveals the fact that the book introduces us to things that gives us historical background and not necessarily the basic truth of what will be or must be meditated daily in every ground. Sorry, excuse. Now, in that regard, if you have this in the back of your mind, you know how to approach it. Now, we know this. We also know that here that it is revealed to us that it is the holy word or the holy scripture, sacred scripture of God. Now, how to blend this, I'm not too sure about, but at the end of the day, these are two important quotes or introductions found in the introduction, which has to be taken seriously and considered in all respects as we go through the books. Now, we will read through and we will see whether God is in the beginning, whether God is in the middle or in the end, and what sort of God is in the beginning, what kind of God is in the middle, what kind of God is in the end of the book. And then when we are able to look into it and sort of discover that, then I'm sure we will be able to understand clearly what this whole approach is about. Okay, this book is a New King James Version. Now, in some sense, in some books, this is part of another revision or another version of the book, which has been written many a times, sometimes corrections, sometimes the English translation had to be the reason, and yeah, it has improved. It has been revised several times. So I think this is very much up to the standard or a standard of today's English or today's approach of belief. Is the New King James Version, whether it's something to do with the King James approval to its publication. I'm not too keen about that, but yes, it is normally it is publicly known as King James Version, the New King James Version. And in other books, it's also known as King Henry signing the book or things of that sort. But we won't go into that yet. The book starts from Genesis of the Old Testament, which is to do with which is to do with the Torah, which is the origination of the Jewish faith, or the Jewish rituals, or the Jewish tradition from the Israelites. These are people who the God of the Bible, the Spirit of the Bible, as presumed to have sort of picked, or have related to all these whatever years that it has been, and they were actually the origination of this whole entire Christian faith, or the Bible, or this culture by which we all have become part of. Now, when I read through Genesis chapter 1, it states here, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. And someone will say to me that the heavens is something to do with all the elements up there in the sky, somewhere beyond the earth, somewhere up there beyond the earth, regarding it could be the other planets and all. But it is not really says, it's not saying so in the book. All it says here is the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. Now, in this regard, on whoever their message came from, have made us understood from here that there's a heaven and there's the earth. Now, we have an idea then in this thing that there is some form of realm out there, up there somewhere, and we cannot tell what realm it is, but it is the glory of God. Okay, and the earth is the place where we are, where we, the physical living things, that we see each other, or we are visible to each other. We dwell and we live, and this is the earth. Okay, the place where I stand, where I am at the moment, it will be known as the earth. The heavens is up there, and whatever the heavens entails, I am not able to tell, neither does the book reveals that. But others have come up with their views and their own explanation of what the heavens is about. Okay, but the facts of this, the whole statement is revealing that God of the Bible created the heavens and created the earth. Now, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. Now, by hearing this statement here, it sort of reveals that even though God created the heavens and the earth, it says that the earth was without form and was void. It doesn't really say that there was nothing there in the space. Okay, all it says here that it was without form, it was without shape, and somehow God has to reinvent it. God has to create it. Now, the materials of the earth were all there. The issue here is consider the statements that not say that there was nothing in the universe. There was something in the universe. God was there. There were the elements, the tools, all the things that is needed was there with him. Whether he created them, no, it doesn't say that. All it says that it was void. It was dark. It was all darkness. And there was a deep, there was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was just moving around, hovering all over the waters. There were even waters there. It was not like